Hi guys, I think I'm live now. I hope everything is good. You can see me, you can hear me. Please do like the stream, guys. Praveen, we don't have any offline institutes. We are only online, completely online. If you want to come and meet us, you can, if you're situated in Hyderabad, you can come to our office. You can walk in anytime. Normally some students come. Whenever they come, if I'm in office, I'm always available for a chat. Guys who want to participate in today's stream, please go to cracku.in/live. We'll be doing one final marathon, which will include all the questions from all the different topics. Primarily, we are looking at arithmetic, some algebra, and some number systems. These are the three topics we are looking at. We are not doing a lot of questions from geometry today. So please do like the stream. We have around 100 people who are watching the stream live, and we have around 30 likes. And all the people who are watching on YouTube, if you want to take part in the test, please go to cracku.in/live. I will post the first question in maybe a couple of minutes. So if you have any doubts, let me know in the chat. Pratham is saying past year, previous paper, LRDI or Cracku sectionals, what to do in the last 3 days? If you really ask me, I would say try to do both of them. Try to take some sectionals that will give you the some experience with handling time and pressure. And you can take the previous year's papers as try to solve those sets without any timer. That is what I would do. Yes, Sai Raviteja, we are located in Hyderabad, but we are an online institute only. In our office, we don't teach. There is no offline student. But if anybody wants to come and have a chat with me, you are welcome to come to our office. I work on weekdays from around 9 to 6 o'clock. You can just walk in any time and I'll be happy to have a chat with you. Good evening, Khyati. Good evening to a lot of people. Sri Hari Rajeshwar, Vikas Chaudhary, Mahima, Sonima Dwivedi, happy. Joshi, Thiane, Surender, Bharat, Naman, Kishita, Supraja, Kamal. Good evening to every one of you. Good evening, Aitya Mulani. Sonima, I think, is joining us after a long time. I think she used to be very regular with us, but I think last 1 week she was maybe like taking mocks or something. Aditya is asking, sir, should I give a mock on Friday? Aditya, I actually saw your YouTube channel. You're taking the Cracku mocks as live attempts, right? I was very impressed with that. I thought that was actually a pretty courageous thing to do. I also take these live attempts, right? And live attempts are, you know that, okay, there will be people who will be watching later and if you're making any silly mistake. So those thoughts also go through my mind. But I thought it is pretty cool that you're taking the Cracku mocks as a live attempt and you're streaming on YouTube, which I thought was very nice. I hope it is you because I saw somebody do that and the name, if I remember correctly, was Ati Mulari. Regarding your question about should I give a mock on Friday, I would, it depends on your slot. If your slot is morning slot, maybe don't take it on Friday. If it is slot 3, then maybe I think you can take, but again, if I were you, I would take my last mock on Thursday. Friday is debatable. Definitely don't take on Saturday. That is what I would tell you. Okay, sorry, Sonimam, you're joining daily. Maybe I was wrong. Okay, guys, let us get started. It is first slot. Okay, Aitya, then don't take it on Friday. Take it tomorrow, Thursday. I think that is good enough. And if you want, take some sectionals on Friday. Let us look at the first question. Okay, before going to the first question, many people ask me what are the videos that they want to watch, they have to watch. I would say these are the videos that I put, all of them over here. If there was a different color, I would have maybe put it. Okay, I can't change the color for whatever reason. But basically, I'll tell you that, okay, if you're looking for Quant, I would recommend you to watch the Quant formula marathon. That I think will be very useful. If you're looking for LRDI, there are 2 LRDIs we have done. One is the a 5-hour LRDI revision session that we did just recently, I think maybe this Saturday, and watch the 25 LRDI sets. If you're looking for Quant, you can look at the 100 Quant question, 200 plus arithmetic question, and the Quant marathon. Especially, I would recommend you to watch the Quant marathon, the Quant formula marathon that we did. It was for 7.5 hours, and we covered all the important formulas. You can check it out. If you have any doubts, you can comment in the chat. I will look at it and I'll comment back. Let us get started with the first question. This is the first question. I would actually give this as, if I have to give the difficulty rating, I'll just do that. difficulty I'll give out of 10, I would rate it as 7.5 out of 10. This is not a very easy question. This looks deceptively easy, but it is not very easy. But you can do it. It is not like super difficult. Sam, this will be for again 1.5 hours to 2 hours, maybe 1 hour 45 minutes. Okay, Surender, why is it not good to not have a fixed attempt on the D-Day? Basically, you don't know how difficult the paper will be, right? So if you're going with any preconceived notion of attempting these many number of questions, I would say that is not a very good thing to do. Try to go with a flexible approach and try to solve as many as you can. Guys, please like the stream. Good evening, Aman. Sarthak is saying, sir, for quant, which of your videos should we not miss, especially for repeated questions? I would say, I mentioned it in the earlier page. I would say solve this, the 7.5 hour CAT formula marathon. You can just Google search Cracku CAT formula. I think you will get that video. Search all of them on YouTube. This is the first thing. The second thing is, if you have time, watch the 200 plus arithmetic questions. This also I think is a very good use of your time. Again, if you want the link for this, just Google search Cracku search on YouTube, Cracku 200 plus arithmetic questions. And the third one I would say is the CAT revision playlist by Sayali. I think these three will be very useful. Again, just Google search or search on YouTube, Cracku CAT revision playlist. Guys, please like the stream. Sir, I'm unable to check the option or where to answer this question. Okay, is everybody feeling that or? Good evening, Vishwanath. Vishwant, okay. Sir, where are the questions displayed? Okay, can you see the questions, guys? Please do let me know if the questions are not visible. A few people are actually asking that. I'm cleared, sorry, sir. Okay, cool. Fine for me. Okay, cool. Thank you. Cool water. Okay, guys. So I was saying that I would rate this difficulty as 7.5 on 10. 49 people got it correct, 50 people got it wrong. So many people actually got it correct. Maybe they are preparing well. So that is good to see. Let us try to solve this. This is a 400-meter race. Ashok beats Bipin by 15 seconds. Okay, thank you. And Ashok beats Chandan by 25 seconds. Now Ashok beats Bipin by 150 meters. What does this mean? This means that in the time that Ashok runs 400 meters, in the same time, Bipin runs 150 meters lesser. That is, Bipin runs 250 meters in the same time. So the ratio of the speed of Ashok to the speed of Bipin is equal to 400 divided by 25, 250. That is the ratio of their speed, which is 8 by 5. So if you assume that the speed of Ashok is 8s, what is the speed of Bipin? It is 5s. So what is the time taken by Ashok? It is 400 meters, which is the distance, divided by 8s, which is equal to 50 by s. This is the time taken by Ashok. What is the time taken by Bipin? It is 400 divided by speed, which is 5s. This is equal to 80 by s. The difference between both of them, we are told, is equal to 15 seconds, because that is what Ashok beats Bipin by. So 30 divided by s is equal to 15, or the value of s is 2. Therefore, the speed of Ashok which is 8s is 16 meter per second. Speed of Bipin, which we assumed is 5s, is 10 meter per second. The total distance both of them ran is 400 meters. So what is the time taken by Ashok? Time taken by Ashok is 400 divided by 16. 400 divided by 16 will be equal to 25 seconds. Therefore, the time taken by Bipin is 400 divided by 10, which is 40 seconds. And the time taken by Chandan also can be calculated because Chandan came 25 seconds after Ashok. So Chandan took 25 seconds more than Ashok. So Chandan took a total of 50 seconds. So what is the speed of Chandan? Speed of Chandan will be 400 meters divided by 50 seconds, which is 8 meters per second. So now we got the speed of all three of them. We got the time that all three of them have taken. So what exactly are we required to calculate? We are required to calculate how many meters Bipin beats Chandan by. What is the speed of Bipin? It is 10 meters per second. Time taken by him is 40 seconds. Therefore, in 40 seconds, what is the distance run by Chandan? It will be 40 into what is the speed of Chandan? 8 meters per second. So Chandan runs 320 meters. In the same time, Bipin runs 400 meters. Therefore, Bipin will beat Chandan by 400 minus 320, which is equal to 80 meters. So the answer for this question is option B, which is 80 meters. Hi Sai Kiran, hi Biram. Anusha is saying, sir, can you give link for revision video? I think we just pasted it. Just check it out. I think that should work. If it is not working, let me know. And many people ask me this. So I would actually tell you to save this or bookmark this on your browser, because this chat will be gone after the session ends. So if you want it again, you might have some issue. We just posted the link for the revision playlist. Whenever you see it, just bookmark it on your browser and you can use it later also. This I would say is lengthy, but difficulty I would say is say 7.5 by 10. But because this is lengthy, I would actually say its difficulty is 8.5 by 10. Guys, please do like this stream. We have less than 100 likes. Please like it, man. I want to get to at least 300 likes. Okay, 40 people got it correct, 41 people, 46 people got it wrong. Sir, how many questions are we going to solve in this time? I'm looking at solving 15 questions, man. Let us see. Okay. So basically what is given? We are told that there are two people, X and Y. They're placed at 2 points, P and Q. This is P and this is Q. They're along a straight line which is 15 kilometers apart. What we are told is that both of them start walking toward each other. X is going like this, Y is going like this. And once they reach the point of intersection, let us assume that they meet somewhere over here. Let the point of intersection be R. Then both of them start moving towards point P. Then both of them start going this side at the speed of X. X, after reaching P, goes towards Q at his original speed. And because of it, he takes 100 minutes more to reach the destination Q than his usual time. Y takes 50 by 3% less time than usual. What is the speed of Y? This is what is given. It looks very complex. There seem to be like too many variables. Probably we need to figure out the speed of X. We need to figure out the speed of Y. Then we have to figure out their relative speeds. All of this, it might look complicated, but if you understand the question, it is not so complicated. Because if you look at it from the standpoint of X, only X, he would normally start from P and go towards Q. This is what he would have done usually. But what is he doing now? What he is doing now is he is going like this to a particular point Z. Then he is coming back to P and then he is going towards Q. And at all times his speed did not change. He was always walking at his usual time. He was always walking at his usual speed. From P to R, he is walking at his usual speed. Then from R to P, again he is walking at his usual speed. Then from P to Q, again he is walking at his usual speed. What is the extra time he has taken? He has taken an extra time of 100 minutes. What can we say about this 100 minutes? What we can say about this 100 minutes is that this is the time he has taken to go from P to R and then back from R to P. So the time that he has taken is 100 minutes. Or the time that X has taken to go from P to R is 50 minutes. Now if you're looking at it from the standpoint of Q, Q has taken 50 minutes. If you're looking at it from the standpoint of Y, Y has taken 50 minutes to come from Q to R. This is the time that they have taken to meet each other. And after that, after reaching R, X reaches P in another 50 minutes. Now this is the 50 minutes that Y is also going to take to go from R to P. Why is that the case? Because after they meet at R, both of them are going at the speed of X. So both of them will take the same amount of time. Or from the standpoint of Y, what is the total time taken? The total time taken by Y is equal to 100 minutes, which is 50 plus 50. If you assume that his usual time that he takes, usual time is T, 100 minutes is 50 by 3% lesser. That is 1 minus 50 by 300 into T. That is the time taken if it is equal to T. 1 minus 50 by 3% is equal to 100. You can simplify it. 100 is equal to 250 by 300 into T. This is 5 by 6. Or the value of T is 120 minutes. This is the normal time that Y would have taken to go from Q to P. This is 2 hours. What is the distance between Q and P? That distance is given, it is 15 kilometers. So what is the speed of Y? It will be 15 by 2, which is equal to 7.5 kilometers per hour, which is option D. how is the total time taken by y found out? X takes 50 minutes to go from P to R. Similarly, X takes 50 minutes to go from R to P because his speed hasn't changed. Now, when X goes from P to R, Y goes from Q to R. So, Y takes 50 minutes to go from Q to R. After reaching R, his speed becomes the same as the speed of X. So, if X is taking 50 minutes, Y also will take 50 minutes to go from R to P. Therefore, from the standpoint of Y, the total time taken will be this 50 minutes plus this 50 minutes, which is 100 minutes. Sir, but how do we say that X takes 50 minutes? X has taken a total of 100 minutes more. Now, if you're looking at it from the standpoint of X, normally he would go from P to Q and he would have taken some time. Let us assume that he would have taken time A. Now, he is not going directly from P to Q. He is first going from P to R, then coming back to P, then going from P to Q. The only thing extra is this journey that he is doing 2 times. He is going from P to R and again coming back from R to P. So each of those distances are covered in 50 minutes. Okay guys, let us go to the next question. Akshara Sharada, basically you're told that 100 minutes, that is the actual time taken by Y, is 50 by 3% lesser time than usual. So if you assume that the usual time is T, 100 is equal to T into 1 minus 50 by 3%. This is 50 by 300. You solve this equation, you will get the value of T. Pranit, how important is circular tracks concept? Not very important, but try to learn it, because sometimes questions are asked. Okay guys, let me answer the question. In this question, we are told that there are two friends X and Y who are running around a circular track in opposite directions. X is running at 8 kilometers per hour. And Y is running at Y kilometers per hour. They meet each other at exactly 5 different points on the circular track. If Y is a natural number less than 40, then the number of values Y can take is. Now, before we solve this question, let us understand how many points do two people meet when they're running around a circular track. It's a very simple concept. If there are two people and if their speeds are A and B, then you calculate the ratio of A's to B and find out the ratio in the smallest possible way. Let us assume that is X is to Y. We are essentially saying that X and Y have no common factors other than 1. Now, if both of them are running in opposite directions, the number of points at which they meet is X plus Y. If both of them are running in the same direction, the number of points at which they meet is modulus of X minus Y. For example, if the speed is 6 kilometers per hour and the other guy's speed is 4 kilometers per hour, then the ratio is 6 is to 4, but we can't leave it like this. Both of them are even numbers, both of them have a common factor of 2, so we have to divide both of them by 2, and X is to Y will be 3 is to 2. So if both of them are running in opposite directions, they will meet in 5 points. If both of them are running in the same direction, they will meet at exactly 1 point, which is 3 minus 2. This is basically the concept you need to solve this question. What we are told is that they meet at exactly 5 different points. So if you assume that the ratio of X is to Y in its smallest possible form is, say, A is to B, what we are told is that A plus B is equal to 5. Now we have some possibilities. Either it is 4 and 1, or it is 3 and 2, or it is 2 and 3, or it is 1 and 4. If the ratio between the speed of X is to Y is, say, 4 is to 1, then the speed of X is given, it is 8 kilometers per hour. So 8 divided by Y is equal to 4 by 1, or the value of Y is equal to 2 kilometers per hour. This is one possibility. If the ratio is 3 is to 2, that is 8 by Y is equal to 3 by 2, the value of Y will be 16 by 3. But we are told that Y is a natural number. So this is not possible. If the ratio is 2 is to 3, if 8 by Y is equal to 2 by 3, the value of Y is equal to 12 kilometers per hour. So another possibility is that Y is 12 kilometers per hour. Finally, the last case is 1 is to 4. If 8 divided by Y is equal to 1 by 4, the value of Y is 32. So Y is equal to 32 kilometers per hour. So the possibility will be equal to, there are 3 possibilities for Y, it can be either 2 or 12 or 32. So the answer is 3. Yes, spammer, if they are meeting at exactly 1 point, that point will be the starting point. Don't use ChatGPT, Srishti, it is not good. For solving these kind of questions, please don't do it. Okay guys, one thing I would tell you, which will be a fantastic return on the time invested for you in these last few days, is actually downloading the CAT formula PDF and try to go through 20-30 formulas every single day. You still have around 4 days left. You can definitely watch the 7.5 hour marathon that we did on YouTube. You can just Google search Cracku CAT formulas and you will get that video. If you don't have that 7.5 hour time, if you don't want to do it, then at least please do download this PDF and go through it regularly. It has, I think, around 100 or 150 formulas. They are all pretty useful and you can revise them quickly when you have this PDF. This PDF is downloaded by more than 2 lakh people. It is very crazily popular. It is also very useful. That is the reason it is popular. Just Google search Cracku CAT formula PDF, download it and go through the formulas regularly. Okay guys, try to answer this question now. In the third question, if you are saying that they're in the same direction, how can we do it? Then you assume that will be tough, man, that kind of a question, because if they're in the same direction and if you assume that x is to y, we know that the speed of x is 8 kilometers per hour. If in the simplest form this is a is to b, what you are saying is that a minus b is equal to 5. Now there are multiple cases. Now when a plus b is equal to 5, there are only limited cases. I think 4 cases, out of which one of them is not an integer. If a minus b is equal to 5, then you will have multiple cases. No, it can be 6, 1, it can be 7, 2, it can be 8, 3. It can continue like this, and then you will have to solve it. So I don't think it will be like a very smooth way of solving it. But this will basically be the case. If both of them are going in the same direction, then a minus b is equal to 5. You will have to also consider another case, which is that b minus a is equal to 5. So it is just complicated. I don't think the question will be like that. Yeah. Basically, just remember that if they are going in opposite directions, the number of points will be more. If they're going in the same direction, the number of points will be lesser, because it will be a plus b in opposite directions, a minus b in same direction. Ramesh, a customer always demands 10%. How many people got it correct? Okay, 54 people got it correct, but 1 or 2 got it wrong. Interesting question. Ramesh, a customer demands 10% extra quantity for a given price and an additional 10% discount on the mark price. Let us assume that the cost price for 1 gram is rupees 1. Let us assume that the mark price for 1 gram is rupees m. Now what is Ramesh asking? Ramesh is asking that, okay, I will pay for 1 gram, but you have to give me 10% more. So you have to give me 1.1 grams, and in return I won't pay you the full mark price. I will only pay you 0.9 m. This is what Ramesh is saying. So from the standpoint of the shopkeeper, how much did he sell? He sold 1.1 grams. So what is the cost price for the shopkeeper? That is, how much did it cost him? It cost him rupees 1.1. And how much money did he make by doing it? Which is the selling price? The selling price is 0.9 m. This has a profit of 17%. That is, selling price divided by cost price is equal to 1 plus profit percentage. We know this. So 0.9 m divided by 1.1 is equal to 1.17, because the profit percentage is 17%. Or 9m divided by 11 is equal to 1.17. I am just removing decimals in the numerator and denominator. Or the value of m is 11 into 1.17 divided by 9, which is equal to 11 into 0.13, which is equal to 1.43. So if the cost price is rupees 1, mark price is 1.43, so the markup is 43%. So the answer is 43. It is okay, don't worry, spammer. It's okay. Be kind to yourself, it is fine. Sometimes you make mistakes, sometimes you miss out on easy questions, that is okay. Next time you will get it correct. You have to always motivate yourself. Shiva Shankari, when to take CP as X or 1? If you are confused, take CP as X, because it will get cancelled. If you understand it, I think you can take sometimes as 1, but you can always take it as X. There is no harm in taking it as X. So if you are always anyways confused, take it as X. Raju, to get better at LRDA, you have to solve a lot of sets. That is one way. But because there is not a lot of time, I would at least tell you to solve previous year's papers. At least solve the LRDA sets from CAT 2024. That will be a good start. Dhruv, how to keep your concentration levels while reading RCs? One way to increase your concentration is by decreasing your smartphone. Just leave your smartphone for a few weeks, then your concentration will automatically improve. Yes, you can apply for that, Omkar. I don't see any reason as to why you can't apply. Guys, please like the stream. We have a lot of people who are watching the stream live. We have more than 300 people on the Cracku website and I think more than 150 on the YouTube channel. Please do like the stream, guys. It will mean a lot to us. In this question, we are told that there is a fruit vendor. He sells A kgs of banana at 40% profit and the rest at 200 by 9% loss, ending with no profit or no loss. Let us assume that the total bananas that he has is S. Let us also assume that the cost of banana, like somebody asked earlier, we can assume the cost of banana to be 1 or X. Just for the sake of explaining, let us assume that the cost of banana is rupees X. In the first instance, he sells the total bananas is say S kgs and cost of banana is X per kg. He sells A kgs at 40% profit. So this A kgs he is selling at 1.4x. How much bananas is left? He is left with S minus A. This is selling at a loss of 200 by 9%. If the loss is 200 by 9%, what is the selling price? It will be 1 minus 200 divided by 900 into x, which is 7x by 9. What is the total cost price? Total cost price is S into x. In this case, we are told that there is no cost, there is no profit or loss. So what we are essentially getting is A into 1.4x, that is 1.4ax, plus S minus A into 7x by 9 is equal to Sx. We can cancel x, this cancels, this cancels, this cancels. What we are essentially left with is 1.4a minus 7a by 9 is equal to 2s by 9. This is 5.6 a by 9 is equal to 2s by 9, or the value of s is equal to 2.8a. Or the value of A is 1 by 2.8s. Just simplifying it, this is 10 by 28, which is 5 by 14s. This is the value of A. Similarly, let us calculate the value of B in terms of S. For that, we have some information. Next day, he sold B kgs at 50% profit and the rest at 20% loss, making an overall 10% profit. So in the second instance, he sold B kgs at a profit of 50%. So he sold them at 1.5x, and how much is remaining? S minus B is remaining. This is sold at a loss of 20%. So he sold at 0.8x, and overall he made a profit of 10%. So the total selling price is 1.1 SX, because the total profit overall is 10%. We can again simplify it. 1.5 BX plus S minus B into 0.8x is equal to 1.1 SX. We can cancel x here, x here, x here. We are left with 0.7 B is equal to 0.3 S, or the value of B is 3 by 7 S. Now we are told that if he sells A plus B kgs, he is left with 9 kgs. Or put simply, S, that is the total bananas he has, is A plus B plus 9. But we know A. In terms of S, A is 5 by 14s. We also know B. B is 3 by 7s. So if you are adding both of them here, 5 by 14s plus 3 by 7s plus 9. This is the value of S. Or this is equal to by 14, 11s plus 9. This is the value of S. Or 3s by 14 is equal to 9, or the value of S is 42 kgs. Therefore, what is the value of A? A will be 5 by 14s, which is 15 kgs. What is the value of B? B is 3 by 7s, which is 18 kgs. What is the product of A and B? What is 15 into 18? This is equal to 270. So the answer for this question is 270. Sir, is this doable in the examination, time consuming, or should we leave? I think you should leave. This is a lengthy question. Normally, I think even for a good student, it is going to take at least 4 minutes to solve this question. So these kind of questions, it is okay if you leave. Sir, I'm confused between revising and solving in quants as well as LRDA. How should I balance solving and revision for both sections in the coming days? I would say focus more on revision. Should not take you too much time, man. Revision maybe spend 1 hour. 1 hour for quant, 1 hour for LRDA, not more than that. The remaining time try to solve, because when you solve, you remember. One thing I wanted to tell you guys is that I have a new hobby these days. I'm seeing that many people are actually streaming their dash cat attempts, like I mentioned earlier. So if any one of you has already streamed or taken a live dash cat attempt, please do send it to me. I would want to see it, because it is just interesting. Because I also take this dash cat attempts, right? So I just am interested in it. So if any one of you has actually taken these dash cat attempts and streamed them on YouTube, please do send me the link. You can send it to support@cracku.in. Any free Cracku mock or any dash cat, anything that you have taken, because somehow it was suggested to me by Google, by YouTube, and I saw 2 people take the, 2 of them were suggested to me, that 2 of them were actually taking it live. I was very impressed, because I know how much pressure is there when you're taking live attempts, because you feel that, okay, if I make a mistake, a silly mistake, people will realize or people will find out. So those things affect the performance a little. So I was just interested, if any one of you has already done it, or if any one of you is planning to do the streaming of the dash cat attempts, please do send me a mail at support@cracku.in. I would be interested to see it. Okay, sure, Aditya, I will subscribe to your channel. I'll actually do it right away. Let me explain this and then I will subscribe immediately. Otherwise, I might forget. In a local shop, as part of the promotional measures, a shop owner sells 3 different varieties of soap, one at a loss of 13%. So let us assume that the first one he is selling at a loss of 13%. The second one, let us assume that it is B, he sells at a profit of 23%. And the third one is C, suppose he is selling at a loss of 26%. The thing is, the selling price of all the 3 varieties is the same. So let us assume that the selling price is S. The selling price is S for A, it is S for B, and it is S for C. So what is the cost price of A? The cost price will be C divided by 0.87. Sorry, this is S divided by 0.87. Because cost price into 1 minus loss percentage, which is 0.87, is equal to the selling price, or the cost price will be S divided by 0.87. In the second case, where the profit is 23%, the cost price will be S divided by 1.23, because here the cost price into 1 plus profit percentage is equal to the selling price. In the third case, the cost price is S divided by 0.74. So what is the total selling price? The total selling price is S plus S plus S, which is 3S. What is the total cost price? If you are looking at the total cost price, it is S divided by 0.87, which is 1 divided by 0.87. This is 1.15 S approximately. In the second case, it is 1 divided by 1.23. This is 0.81 S. And in the third case, it is S divided by 0.74, which is 1 divided by 0.74, which is 1.35 S. So the total selling price is the sum of all of them. 1.15 plus 1.35 is 2.5, plus 0.81 is 3.31 S. So by how much is the total cost price higher or lower than the total selling price? This is the total selling price, this is the total cost price. Total cost price is higher by 0.31 S divided by 3S into 100. This will come to approximately 10.5% higher, which is option A. Let me show you the next question. Before going to the next question, I just wanted to tell you that if you are looking for the CAT 2026 course, you can just Google search Cracku CAT 2026 course. If you have any doubts about what it contains or what it entails, you can always call us on our support number. The support number is given over here. It is 6303 239 042. The live classes for the Cracku CAT 2026 course is starting from December 15th. We'll just take a 2-week break after CAT and then start with the live classes for the CAT 2026 course. Like all of you know, I take the live class on every Monday, and Sayali takes the live class every Tuesday, and the remaining days we have excellent faculty who will be taking the classes. This year we put in a lot of thought to help especially students who are beginners, who probably have not attempted CAT before or have not prepared properly. So for the first couple of months we'll be going through foundation classes to give the students a solid foundation to then start practicing more difficult topics. Anyway, if you have any doubts with respect to what it entails, please do call us on this number. Let me go to the next question. Okay, like I promised, let me go search Aditya's live attempt and subscribe to his channel. Okay, man, I've subscribed to your channel, Aditya. You should find it in your notification. I'll also ask my team to post the link for your attempt on the chat. Guys, please do like my stream also, the Cracku, this stream. And when we post Aditya's chat, my team will post it. Okay, yeah. Please do like his attempt also, because I felt that he put in a lot of effort, and it is also, I felt, a brave effort to actually push yourself and do these things in the public eye. So just to motivate him, please do like that video also. And if any one of you, anyone else has actually streamed the dash cat attempts or the quant rush attempts, if you have done anything like that, please do let me know. You can just send it to support@cracku.in. That is a hobby of mine. It is slightly weird, but I like to see the live attempts. They're fun. So if you have actually taken any of the dash cat or quant rush live attempt, please do send a mail to support@cracku.in. I will look at them. Okay guys, let us look at this one. Here we are told that we are given a simple equation. We are told that log x divided by log 10 minus log x square divided by 3 log 10 is equal to 3 times log 10 divided by log x. So the thing that we need to know in this is not very difficult. What we really need to know is that log of a to the power m is equal to m times log a. This is one thing that we need to know. The other thing we need to know is that log of a to the base b is basically equal to log of a divided by log of b. These are common formulas, but these are the formulas that you need to know to solve this question. In this case, the left hand side is log x divided by log 10 minus 2 log x, because log x square is 2 log x divided by 3 log 10. This is equal to 3 times log 10 divided by log x. This, if you are looking at it, log x divided by log 10 minus 2 by 3 log x divided by log 10 is of the form a minus 2 by 3a. So this is 1 by 3 log x divided by log 10 is equal to 3 times log 10 divided by log x. So if you assume that log of x divided by log of 10 is equal to some variable p, the equation we have is p divided by 3 is equal to 3 divided by p, or p square is equal to 9. So the value of p is either 3 or p is equal to minus 3. That is, log x is either 3, log x divided by log 10, but log 10 is simply equal to 1. So log x is either 3 or log x is equal to minus 3. So the value of x is either 10 to the power 3, which is 1000, or 10 to the power minus 3, which is 1 by 1000. So the number of values x can take is 2, which is option C. Let us look at the next question. Sir, can you please quickly revise the method of those cost of fruits equation where you multiply each equation with x and y and then compare? Which question was that? Okay, I think you're talking about some bananas, right? So basically what we did was you multiply each equation with x and y. Can you please again ask me this, Saurav? I'm not sure what this is. Lakshika is saying, sir, cat admit print, black and white print is allowed. Heck yeah. I'm not so sure. But because you have time, just take a color printout, no? Why? If you don't have time or if there is any reason, then take a black and white printout. But if it is possible, just take a color printout. You have like 3-4 days left, right? Guys, we have 171 people who are watching the stream on YouTube. Please like the stream, guys. This, I think, is an easy question. I would actually say the difficulty of this question is 3 on 10. Many people should actually get it correct. Okay, 100 people got it correct, 61 people got it wrong. Let us try to solve this, guys. 2 to the power x is equal to 3 to the power y is equal to 6 to the power minus z. Whenever you are given this kind of a question, when there are 3 variables and you are given equal to, we assume that the easiest way to solve it is, let us assume that this is equal to some value k. So the value of x is log of k to the base 2. And the value of y is equal to log of k to the base 3. And the value of z is, or minus z, is log of k to the base 6. What we are asked is 1 by x plus 1 by y plus 1 by z. So what is the value of 1 by x? 1 by x is equal to log of 2 to the base k. 1 by y is equal to log of 3 to the base k. And minus 1 by z is equal to log of 6 to the base k. So 1 by z is equal to minus of log of 6 to the base k. If you are asked what is 1 by x plus 1 by y plus 1 by z, that will simply be equal to log of 2 to the base k plus log of 3 to the base k minus log of 6 to the base k. This is equal to log of, the base will be k, 2 into 3 divided by 6, which is log of 1 to the base k. What is log of 1 to the base k? Log of 1 to the base anything is equal to 0. So the answer for this question is 0, which is option A. Okay, Mitravardhan is saying, sir, ideally when is a hard limit to stop taking mocks? And what should we do before the examination on slot 1, as there is almost no time to revise before going for the test? Okay, good question. I'm assuming yours is slot 1. Don't take any mock on Saturday. Definitely don't do that. That is what I would tell you. That is one thing. If your examination is very far away, try to see if you can book a hotel and try to go there and sleep so that there is no issue, there is no worries. Ensure that all of the things that you have to pack, okay, all of those things, what your admit card, all of them are packed properly. You have what clothes you want to wear, that also is there. There is no, I don't want you to basically panic in the morning, because I don't want you to get stressed out that, okay, I can't find a photo, or I can't find this, I can't find that. I don't want you to have all of that. Keep all of them ready. That I think is sufficient. You don't need to revise anything on the morning, because revising like for half an hour on that particular day won't matter, man. You might just feel better. I would actually tell you to focus on your mental aspect on that morning. Try to not get nervous, try to hold your nerves, try to think positive, just relax. On the way to the center, what I normally do is I just listen to some songs quietly and I just try to get into that zone. That is what I normally do. That is what I would advise you to do. Revising at that point of time is just going to increase your nervousness and panic. That is not needed, because what you're going to revise and what is going to be asked in the examination, nobody knows, right? So it is like very low return on investment, what you're going to revise. On the other hand, if you are revising furiously, it is possible that you are going to get stressed out. right? So I would tell you, don't revise. Just try to calm yourself, try to relax, try to work on the mental aspect. Getting most questions right, but in 3 minutes. I think that is very good, Kushal. If you're actually getting it correct, if you're getting questions correct in 3 minutes, you might be getting around 14 questions correct. That is 40 plus marks, which is fantastic. Aryan is saying, sir, I have slot 3. How to avoid the online chatter regarding the examination? Good question. It reminds me to record videos advising students on what to do for slot 1, slot 2, and slot 3. For slot 3 students, I would say just see if the pattern has changed. Try to figure it out. I don't want you to go deep into what are the kind of questions asked, what are the type of RCs asked, what are the type of LR, DIs asked, because they are pretty useless. Nobody can really tell you how difficult a LRDI is. What somebody might find difficult, you might not find difficult. So, or what are the type of LRDI, all of those things I don't think will matter too much. On the other hand, if a big pattern change has happened, then you should know it. For example, if the number of questions in Quant is not 22, but say 24, those kind of things is good to know beforehand. But other than that, don't browse Reddit, don't browse, like go on Telegram groups and all, don't do all of those things. Sam, Telugu వాళ్ళకి ఏమైనా సీక్రెట్ ఉంటే తెలుగులో చెప్పండి. తెలుగులో చెప్పేది ఏముంది, అందరికీ చెప్పేదే తెలుగులో కూడా చెప్తా. బేసికలీ ఆ రోజు ఎక్కువ టెన్షన్ పడకూడదు. ఇప్పటి నుంచి నిజం చెప్పాలంటే ఇప్పటి నుంచి ఎగ్జామ్ వరకు మొత్తం అంతా మెంటల్ గేమే. మనం ఇప్పుడు ఒక 2-3 రోజుల్లో విపరీతంగా రివైజ్ చేసేది ఉండదు. ఫార్ములాస్ బాగా రివైజ్ చేయొచ్చు, అక్కడైతే డెఫినెట్గా ఉంటుంది. కానీ ఫార్ములాస్ కంటే మిగతాది ఏది పెద్దగా రివైజ్ చేయడం అవ్వదు. ఇప్పుడు కొత్తగా మనం పెద్దగా నేర్చుకోలేం కదా. కానీ ఈ 3-4 రోజుల్లో మనం ఆ రోజు పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ అయితే డెఫినెట్గా మార్చుకోగలం. ఆ రోజు ఎంత టెన్షన్ పడతాం అనేది ఇప్పటి నుంచి ప్రిపేర్ అయి ఉంటే డెఫినెట్గా టెన్షన్ తగ్గించుకోవచ్చు. సో ఆ ఒక్క పొద్దున్న రోజు గురించి కాదు, ఈ మిగతా 3-4 రోజులు కూడా ఆ రోజు టెన్షన్ ఎలా తగ్గించుకోవాలి అనే దాని మీద ఆలోచిస్తూ ఉండండి. Yeah, man, sorry for that. I basically just rephrased whatever I told people. Matthew, I don't know Malayalam, man. I can understand Marathi. I can speak Telugu, English, and Hindi. But other than that, I don't know any other language. Okay, the inequality is log of 3x minus 1 divided by 2 minus x to the base 2 is less than 1. So, there are two things that we need to remember. Whenever you are given a logarithm, log of a to the base b, when is this actually defined? For this to be actually defined, a has to be greater than 0, b has to be greater than 0, and b should not be equal to 1. These are the three conditions that are necessary for a logarithm to be defined. So if you are told that log of 3x minus 1 divided by 2 minus x to the base 2 is less than 1, first for it to be defined, we want 3x minus 1 divided by 2 minus x, this has to be greater than 0. That is 3x minus 1 into 2 minus x has to be greater than 0. If you multiply both sides with minus 1, 3x minus 1 divided by x minus 2 is less than 0. So the value of x has to belong to 1 by 3 and 2. This is the first condition that is needed. Once you actually solve it and you look at the options, you can eliminate this option, you can eliminate this option. So immediately you can figure out that it has to be either option A or option B. Next, we want this inequality to hold true. If this inequality has to hold true, log of 3x minus 1 divided by 2 minus x to the base 2 is less than 1. So 3x minus 1 divided by 2 minus x is less than 2. Bring 2 to the left hand side. 3x minus 1 divided by 2 minus x minus 2 is less than 0. So 3x minus 1 minus 4 plus x divided by 2 minus x is less than 0. If you are simplifying this, this is 4 plus 2x. This is 5x minus 5 divided by 2 minus 6 is less than 0. You can divide both sides with 5. So x minus 1 divided by 2 minus 6 is less than 0. Or x minus 1 into 2 minus 6 is less than 0. Or x minus 1 into x minus 2 is greater than 0. This would imply that either x is less than 1 or x is greater than 2. One of these two things has to happen. But the logarithm, for it to be defined, what did we know? For the logarithm to be defined, x has to belong to 1 by 3 and 2. So if you are basically wanting both of these conditions to be satisfied, this is say 1, this is say 2, and this is say 1 by 3. One condition is x has to be less than 1 or greater than 2. Another condition is that x has to lie between 1 by 3 and 2. Both of these conditions are only met over here. That is, x has to belong to 1 by 3 and 1. So the answer for this question is option A. Let us now go to the next question. Guys, one thing I definitely wanted to tell you is people were asking what I should actually do in the last few days, right? That was a mistake I actually made. I said focus mostly on the formulas. Focus on the formulas, but another video which will definitely help you in the last 4-5 days is this revision playlist. Definitely please do watch it. It will help you quite a lot. You have to just search on YouTube Cracku cat revision playlist. You will be getting these 4 videos. This is the first video, this is the second video, this is the third video, this is the fourth video. There are 2 videos for Quant. Both of them combined, I think, for around 4 hours. There is one video for LRDI and one video for verbal. Definitely watch all of them. They are very, very good. When I used to take CAT, I would always look at the verbal video, this video. I've seen that video multiple times because it helped me quite a lot. It made me revise all the things about verbal very quickly. So this was a video I used to watch regularly before every CAT examination. So definitely do watch it. It will be very useful for you. Guys, please do like the stream. We have 271 likes. We can easily get to 350 likes if all of you like it. We have close to 200 people who are watching the stream live on YouTube and 300 people on our website. Please do like the stream, guys. We have 273 likes. We can easily get to 350 likes. Okay, thank you, Siri Chandana. No, Hanan, I'm not writing CAT this year. I mentioned that last week. I don't know this video solutions for DL and extra 6 sectionals. Maybe I think we didn't have time to actually record it. That can be the only reason. Okay, guys, this is also not a very difficult question. Many people got it correct. 74 people got it correct, 39 people got it wrong. So many people actually did it well. Let us try to solve this question. 5 to the power a is equal to 9 to the power b is equal to 2025. So what is the value of a? A is equal to log of 2025 to the base 5. And what is the value of b? Because 9 to the power b is 2025. B is log of 2025 to the base 9. If you look at what is being asked, it is ab divided by a plus b. You should immediately realize that a plus b divided by ab, that is the reciprocal of what we need to find out, is just equal to 1 by a plus 1 by b. So what we'll do is we'll find out the value of 1 by a. What is 1 by a? 1 by a is log of 5 to the base 2025. What is 1 by b? 1 by b is log of 9 to the base 2025. What is the sum of both of them? What is 1 by a plus 1 by b? 1 by a plus 1 by b is equal to log of 45 to the base 2025, which is equal to, because we know that 2025 is equal to 45 square. This is equal to 1 by 2. That is 1 by a plus 1 by b is equal to 1 by 2. If you are simplifying it, it is a plus b divided by ab is equal to 1 by 2. Now you take the reciprocal, ab divided by a plus b is equal to 2. So the answer for this question is option C. Okay guys, let us try to solve this question. This one I would say difficulty is 5 on 10. Keshav is saying, sir, there is a mistake in the solution of blood relation question in Cracku Snap Mock 1. How to report it, sir? Very thanks a lot for actually doing that. Please send a mail to support@cracku.in. You can report the question also, but reporting the question and we analyzing it takes some time. There is a lead time there. But please do send a mail to support@cracku.in. Then we will immediately look at it. Sir, I'm sorry. Happy you read every comment of mine. It's okay, man. I read most comments. Ansh, can we get the PDF of this session? We'll upload the PDF of this session on the YouTube channel after the session is over. Okay guys, let us try to solve this question. Let x be the least number which when divided by 8, 12, 20, 28, 35 leaves a remainder of 5 in each case. Then the sum of the digits of x is. So x when divided by 8, 12, 20, 28 and 35, in all of these cases the remainder is 5. What this would mean is that in these kind of questions, the simple trick is knowing that if you're looking at x minus 5 and you divide x minus 5 by 8, the remainder will be 0. If you divide x minus 5 by 12, the remainder is 0. If you divide x minus 5 by 20 or 28 or 35, the remainder is 0. So what is the value that x minus 5 can take? The smallest value x minus 5 can take is the least common multiple of 8, 12, 20, 28 and 35. When you have so many numbers and you are asked to calculate the least common multiple, for me the quickest way to do it is, I know that 8 is 2 cube. I'll do the simple quick prime factorization. 12 is 2 square into 3. 20 is 2 square into 5. 28 is 2 square into 7. And 35 is 5 into 7. So the least common multiple of all of them, the power of 2 will be amongst all of them. What is the highest power? The highest power of 2 is 2 cube. What is the highest power of 3 amongst all of them? There is only 3. What is the highest power of 5? There is 5. And what is the highest power of 7? There is just 7. This will be the LCM. For every prime number, take the highest power of it and multiply it. For 2, you have 2 cube over here. For everything else, the power is only 1. 3 to the power 1, 5 to the power 1, 7 to the power 1. Once you multiply it, what are you going to get? 7 into 5 into 3 is 105, into 8 is 840. So the value of x minus 5 is 840, or the value of x is 845. What is the sum of the digits of 845? The sum of the digits will be 8 plus 4 plus 5, which is equal to 17. So the answer for this question is option A, which is 17. Let us look at the next question. Surendra is saying, sir, solving almost out of study room DLR, completed previous year's questions in the initial stage of my preparation really helps. Thank you for your advice on LRDA section. Thanks a lot, Surendra. These kind of words mean a lot to me. Whenever I get feedback that whatever effort that we are putting is helping students, it really makes me very satisfied. Remainder theorem, totient rule or CRT? Which one? Chinese remainder theorem. Which one do you suggest to learn? Maybe Euler's totient I think is easier. And it also has other applications. If you know what is the totient, it has other applications. So that is what I would advise you to do. But remainder theorems are not useful. In general, I would say don't spend too much time on it. Mayur is saying, sir, I'm thinking of taking a mock tomorrow. Can you suggest me to take free mock 1, 2 or 3? I would say take mock 1, man. Free mock 1. It is taken by a lot of people. So you'll get a good percentile analysis. Sam is saying, how much percentile you scored in your first CAT exam? First time, I think I scored something like 99.7. But at that time, my verbal percentile was less. I don't remember it exactly, but I think it is either 78% or 82% or something like this. My verbal percentile was lesser, and at that time, the verbal cutoff was 95 percentile. Now I think the sectional cutoff is 85. At that time, the sectional cutoff was 95. So I didn't get shortlist from many of the institutes. Sir, I'm targeting 90 to 95 percentile. Please give me a tip to boost practice and improve my performance. I would say 90 to 95, I don't know how you're performing now, so I can't comment. But what I would tell you is, try to make the best use of the remaining 3 or 4 days. Try to ensure that you are completing the syllabus in the sense that if an easy question comes from any topic, you should be able to answer it. That I think is a very good strategy, and that can be still achieved. Many people just leave certain topics because they're very scared of it, which I don't think is good. Because if a very simple question comes from, say, geometry, some question like, say, there is a circle. I don't know whether this kind of a question will come or not, but say it comes. You are given the angle on the circumference and you are given an angle in the center. Suppose you are given that this is 60 degrees. What is this? This I would say is a very simple question. Now, if a question like this comes, just because you have avoided geometry completely, you will not solve this question. But that is not good. So if a very simple question comes, you should be able to solve it. In this particular case, because the angle in the center is 2 times the angle in the circumference, you will say that this is 120 degrees. This is just an example, but what I would recommend you to do is try to finish the syllabus. So if a very simple question comes from any topic, you get it correct. And to finish that, you watch the Cracku CAT revision playlist. The point of the Cracku CAT revision playlist, and the reason I actually promote it so much, is just this. It will help you finish the syllabus very quickly, so that if any very simple question comes, you will be able to get it correct. What is the maximum value of the natural number n for which 21 to the power n divides 50 factorial? Now, if you are given any factorial n and you are asked to calculate the highest power of a prime number p, note that we are only looking at prime numbers p. What is the highest power of a prime number p in n factorial? If you are asked that, you divide n by p, take the integer part out, then you divide n divided by p square, take the integer part out, and continue to do it till the power of p is greater than n. But this is valid only if it is a prime number. If it is a composite number, like say c, then find out the prime factors of c. It will be p1, p2, and find out the highest power of each of those prime numbers and calculate which of them is lesser. If you are finding it confusing, let us try to solve this question. Here we are asked to calculate the highest power of 21 in 50 factorial. Is 21 a prime number? It is not a prime number. So what we do is, we write 21 as 3 into 7. Now we can calculate the highest power of 3 in 50 factorial. We can calculate the highest power of 7 in 50 factorial. And which of the two is lesser, that will be the answer. But in this kind of a question, when the powers of the prime numbers are equal, this is 3 to the power 1 into 7 to the power 1. Whenever the powers of the prime numbers are equal, you just need to calculate the highest power of the largest prime number. That is, you have to just calculate the highest power of 7, and that will be the answer. When is this valid? This is valid if in the prime factorization of the number, the powers of the prime numbers are the same. In this particular case, they are equal to 1. That is, for example, if you are asked to calculate the highest power of 105 in 50 factorial. What is 105? It is 3 into 5 into 7. Then just calculate the highest power of 7. Suppose you are asked to calculate the highest power of 1001. 1001 is 7 into, I think, 11 into 13. Then you will just calculate the highest power of 13 in it. In this particular case, we are asked to calculate the highest power of 21, which is 3 into 7. So just calculate the highest power of 7 in it. What is the highest power of 7 in 50 factorial? It will be 50 divided by 7, take the integer part out, plus 50 divided by 49 and take the integer part out. 50 divided by 7, the integer part is 7. 50 divided by 49, the integer part is 1. So the required answer is 8, which is option C. What if it is 63? Okay, so the same question, if the number is 63 to the power n divides 50 factorial. Good question. Just because you asked it, I will go to explain it. Now suppose you are asked 63. 63 is 3 square into 7. Here the power of 3 is 2. And what is the power of 7? It is 1. Now both of them are not the same. Then you just can't calculate the highest power of 7 and make it the answer. In these kind of questions, when the power of the prime numbers is different in the prime factorization, you have to calculate the highest power of 3. Let us assume that this is, say, C1. You have to calculate the highest power of 7. This will be C2. In this question, we actually found out C2, but let us assume that we didn't solve it. You calculate C1, you calculate C2. In the prime factorization of 63, the power of 3 is 2. Then you do C1 by 2. And you do C2. What is this 2? This 2 is basically the power of 3 in the prime factorization. So whatever is the highest power of 3 in 50 factorial, if you denote that by C1, you calculate C1 divided by 2. What is the highest power of 7 in 50 factorial? If you assume that it is C2, you divide C2 with the power of 7 in the prime factorization, which is basically equal to 1. Now amongst both of them, whichever is lesser will be the answer. Just for the sake of students, let me calculate C1. C1 will be equal to 50 divided by 3. Take the prime integer part out. 50 divided by 9, take the integer part out. 50 divided by 27, take the integer part out. The next power of 3 is 81, so we can ignore it. This is basically 16 plus this is 5 plus this is 1. This is equal to 22. So the value of C1 is 22. What is the value of C2? We just calculated it for this question. It is 50 divided by 7, integer part out, plus 50 divided by 49, integer part out. This is 7 plus 1, which is 8. So the highest power of 3 is 22. Highest power of 7 is 8. 63 is 3 square into 7. The power of 3 is 2. So the highest power of 63 will be either 22 divided by 2, which is 11, or 8, whichever of these two is lesser. In this particular case, 8 is lesser, so that will be the answer. If you are trying to understand what exactly are we doing, why is this working out? What we are essentially doing is again the same. We are calculating the highest power of 3. This is 22. So what is the highest power of 3 square? The highest power of 3 square is 22 divided by 2, which is 11. What we are essentially saying is 3 to the power 22 is 3 square to the power 11. So what we are explaining over here is 50 factorial is 3 to the power 22 into 7 to the power 11 into some number k. This k has no power of 3 or no power of 7. All the powers of 3 are removed, all the powers of 7 are removed. Now, sorry, this is not 7 to the power 11, this is 7 to the power 8. 50 factorial is 3 to the power 22 into 7 to the power 8 into a number k. We are asked to calculate, suppose you are asked to calculate the highest power of 21. Then what we will do over here is, from this 3 to the power 22, we are going to take 3 to the power 8 into 7 to the power 8 into, we will write 3 to the power 14 into k. This is 21 to the power 8 into 3 to the power 14 into k. But k has no power of 3, it has no power of 7. So the highest power of 21 will be just 8. But if you are asked to calculate the highest power of 63, then it will be 50 factorial is again 3 to the power 22 into 7 to the power 8 into k. But now we are looking for the highest power of 63. 63 includes 3 square. So we'll write this as 3 square to the power 11 into 7 to the power 8 into k. Again, k has no power of 3 or no power of 7. This is 3 square to the power 8 into 7 to the power 8 into 3 square to the power 3. We are just splitting this 11 into 8 and 3 and you are multiplying it with k. This over here is 63 to the power 8 into 3 square to the power 3 into k. This has no power of 7, so you can't complete another power of 63. So the highest power of 63 will be 8. All of that, if you understood, is good. If you did not understand, I would just say, at least remember this one, which is n divided by prime plus n divided by p square plus dot dot dot. Let us look at the next one. Okay guys, if you are looking for good topics, topic wise questions, we have uploaded PDFs for quant questions, LRDI questions and verbal questions. You have to just Google search these particular phrases, Cracku cat quant questions or Cracku cat DLR questions or Cracku cat VRC questions to actually get the answer. Shrishti Chavan is saying, sir, are you going to take any more arithmetic questions now on the live? I don't know what questions are left, but basically I'm considering doing a live on Saturday because I'm not taking CAT this year. I am free on Saturday. So I'm thinking of taking a live session on Saturday, and on Saturday I'm actually looking at doubt solving or any particular concepts that you are looking for. That is what I'm looking at. So maybe I will post some poll or something on YouTube or on our Telegram channel where you can give me any ideas or any topics that you are facing any difficulty in. We'll we'll basically crowdsource the topics that that you want me to solve, and maybe I'll explain those concepts. That is something that I'm considering for Saturday at 2 p.m. So we'll post it tomorrow, then you can reply to it. Matthew Sajay, sir, can we have class in the morning on Saturday? Ooh, interesting. Because of slot 1 people. It will be a short class, man, on Saturday. It won't be a long class. Because even I thought that I don't want to like take up too much time, because people also want to sleep, right? People also might have their own schedules. So Saturday, I'm not sure whether I'll do it or not. I'm considering doing doubt solving if there is good response, but I'll see. Your team don't allow me to talk to you. I make a DM to your Instagram. I'm not active on Instagram, man. If you're active on Instagram, I try to interact with students, but I'll see, man. I'm not super active on Instagram and all. Okay. In this question, we are told that HCF and LCM of two numbers is x and y is respectively 6 and 210. If the HCF of, or the highest common factor of x and y is 6, whenever you are given the HCF, what I try to do is I assume that x is equal to 6 times a. Because what does HCF mean? HCF means that HCF divides x, that HCF divides y. And we'll assume that y is 6 times b. What do you know about HCF and LCM? The HCF of a particular number into the LCM of that particular number is equal to the product of the two numbers. In this particular case, 6 into 210 is equal to 6 times a into 6 times b. You can cancel 1 6, or the value of a into b is equal to 35. Now, what are the cases that are possible? Either one of them is 1 and the other one is 35, or one of them is 5 and the other one is 7. These are the two cases that are possible. If they are 1 into 35, what are the two numbers? The two numbers will be 6a and 6b. So the two numbers will be 6 and 210. This is one case. If a into b is 5 into 7, that is, if one of them is 5 and one of them is 7, what are x and y? They are 6a and 6b. So they will be 30 and 42. So these are the two cases that are possible. Either the two numbers are 6 and 210, or they are 30 and 42. We are told that x plus y is 72. So this case doesn't exist. We are only looking at this case. What is the value of 1 by x plus 1 by y? That is 1 by 30 plus 1 by 42. You can simplify it. The least common multiple of 30 and 42 is 210. This is 7 plus 5, which is equal to 12 by 210, which is equal to, you can divide numerator and denominator with 6. This is 2 by 35. So the answer for this question is option D. Let me look at the next question, guys. Okay, thanks for the kind words, Dhanesh. Dhanesh is saying that his mock scores have started improving these days in the last 4 or 5 mocks, and he's happy about it. Thanks a lot, Dhanesh. I would say that you are putting in the effort. I'm just like giving advice. It is nice if my advice has actually worked for you. Ramesh is saying, sir, I'm feeling good about 2 sections and worrying about VRC. Shall you give some tips? What I would tell you is focus on RCs, man. There is nothing much that you can do right now. other than focusing on R series and trying to read more and more. And like I mentioned, watch that revision video by Sayali. I would actually tell you to bookmark that video so that you can watch it whenever you get the time. Otherwise, I'll keep asking you to search on YouTube. You might not find it. Then if you don't find it, you will get stressed. So I would say just go and find it, or maybe I will just put it in the chat. Just search on YouTube, Cracku cat revision playlist. You will get 4 videos. One of them is verbal, one of them is LRDA, and 2 are quant. The verbal one is excellent, man. All of them are excellent, actually. I watched the verbal one. I used to watch the verbal one every time I used to take CAT one day before, just to revise all the concepts. So in this question, we are asked to calculate the remainder when 29 to the power 29 to the power 29 is divided by 9. Now what I would first do is, I'll first calculate the remainder when 29 to the power 29 is divided by 9. That is the first step. Now 29 is 27 plus 2. 27 is a multiple of 9, so we can ignore it. So the remainder when 29 to the power 29 is divided by 9 is the same as the remainder when 2 to the power 29 is divided by 9. Because 29 is just 27 plus 2. Now in these kind of questions, I try to figure out any power of 2 which leaves a remainder of 1 when divided by 9. You have 2, then 4, then 8, then 16, then 32, and finally you get 64. 64 is 2 to the power 6. This is equal to 63 plus 1. 63 is a multiple of 9. So what I'll do is 2 to the power 6 when divided by 9, remainder is 1. So 2 to the power 29, I will write this as 2 to the power 6 into 2 to the power 6 into 2 to the power 6 into 2 to the power 6. This is 6 into 4 is 24 into 2 to the power 5. This will leave a remainder of 1, this will leave a remainder of 1, this will leave a remainder of 1, this will leave a remainder of 1. This is basically 32. What is the remainder when 32 is divided by 9? The remainder is 5. So what we are essentially required to calculate is the remainder when 5 to the power 29 is divided by 9. Again, I want to find out a power of 5 which leaves a remainder of 1 when divided by 9. We have 5, then we have 25. 25 leaves a remainder of 7. Then you have 125. 125 is 126 minus 1. This leaves a remainder of minus 1. I'm fine with even that. So I'll write 5 to the power 29 as 5 cube into 5 cube into 5 cube into 5 cube into dot 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 into 5 cube 8 times. And I have 5 to the power 5 here. I'm writing it 8 times because each one of them will be equal to minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1 and all. This is minus 1 to the power 8, which is basically equal to 1. So the remainder that I'm looking for is just 5 to the power 5. What is the remainder when 5 to the power 5 is divided by 9? The remainder when 5 square is divided by 9 is 7. Because 5 square is 25, 25 when divided by 9, the remainder is 7. So I'll write 5 to the power 5 as 5 square into 5 square into 5. What is the remainder when 5 square is divided by 9? We just calculated it, it is 7. Another 5 square divided by 9, again it is 7. and then you have 5. 7 into 7 is 49 into 5. What is the remainder when 49 is divided by 9? This will be 4. So finally we need to calculate the remainder when 4 into 5, that is 20, is divided by 9, and that remainder will be equal to 2, which is option B. Sir, can we not solve the question using Euler's formula directly? You can solve these kind of questions in multiple ways, man. You can use it to do cyclicity. Cyclicity mostly is used to calculate the last digit. That is when it is divided by 10 or 100. Cyclicity when it is divided by 9, I'm not so sure will be very useful. Conduct live for only interactive students. Again, it will help us a lot. We are doing one live attempt, not live attempt. We are doing a live on Friday, man, just to interact with students. We are not teaching them, just as a last minute tip. Sir, I saw the live mock. Can you tell how to swing between questions like you do? I just try to solve them quickly. Sir, Fermat's theorem used for co-prime dr, additionally for prime denominators. I would say right now don't focus on these remainder theorems. They are not very useful. And they are not very easy to really understand and implement it. It will take you some time to actually understand and gain confidence about any of these remainder theorems. So I don't think right now is the time for you to learn them, because the return on investment is not a lot. Okay. 7-digit number 94A29B6. This is divisible by 72. If you are told that any number is divisible by 72, 72 is basically 8 into 9. So this number is divisible by 8. This number is divisible by 9. How do we know if a number is divisible by 9? We know that a number is divisible by 9 if the sum of the digits is divisible by 9. So what is the sum of digits? The sum of the digits are 9 plus 4 plus a, which is 13 plus a, 2 plus 9 plus b, which is 11 plus b, plus 6. This is divisible by 9. That is 13 plus 11 plus 6 is 30. 30 plus a plus b is divisible by 9. When is a number divisible by 8? A number is divisible by 8 if the last 3 digits are divisible by 8. That is, we want 9b6 to be divisible by 8. How do we calculate the value of b? In these kind of questions, I'll just try to find out some multiple of 8 which is close to this number. A multiple of 8 that I can think of is 880. Now I want to just keep adding 8. Then we have 888, then 896. Once I get 896, I get 904. But the last digit I want it to be 6 and I want the first digit to be 9. Then I have 912, this also won't work. Then I have 920, this also won't work because the last digit is 0. I have 928. Finally, I get 936. So 936 is one possibility. Then I get 944. I'm just continuing to add it. I have 952, 960, 968 and 976 again. So another possibility is 976. Then I get 984 and 992. These are basically the multiples of 8 in 900s. Only two of them have the last digit as 6. One of them is 936, another one is 976. If you assume that it is 936, the value of b is 3. If the value of b is 3, we want 30 plus a plus b to be divisible by 9. That is, we want 33 plus a to be divisible by 9. The value will be that a also will be equal to 3. But in the question, we are told that a is not equal to b. So this case is not valid. The only possibility is that it is this case, in which case b is equal to 7. Again, we want 30 plus a plus b to be a divisible, a multiple of 9. That is 37 plus a has to be a multiple of 9. So the value of a will be equal to 8. This is the only case that is possible. A is equal to 8, b is equal to 7. We are asked to calculate 2a plus b. That is 2 into 8 plus 3 into 7. This is 16 plus 21, which is 37, which is option B. Yeah, we can add 40 units digit will be 6 once in every 5 times. I understand that, Hari, but I just thought people might not understand it if I say it that way. Sir, how do you recommend we make guesstimations if time runs short? I think you can make guesstimations. Try to figure out if the number will be odd or even. For example, those kind of things you can do. Yeah, man, all the questions are done. Thanks a lot, guys. All the best for your cat. You'll again see me on Friday. So I look forward to it.